Cariboo has a crew with a whole bunch of dudes and a couple really cool chicks. Come here to learn, come here to teach. Mostly we come to bullshit. Cariboo Hart, we all play our part in this cannabis game. Cariboo Hart, come pop a squat, recreate, or just kill your pain. Rolling up weed into a bunch of dudes and a couple dang dab hits. Laughing along, getting real stoned. Don't forget, dear Uncle Rick. Cariboo Hart, we all play our part in this cannabis game. Cariboo Hart, come pop a squat, recreate, or just kill your pain.
All right, good morning, everybody. It is Monday, January the something. It's 5 a.m. Let's do a show. Right off the bat, anybody that was kind of paying attention before the show, I just got everything loaded up and in there about half hour ago. And if you looked at that and got the notification that, oh, they're starting at 6, that's just an idiot. I can't tell time when it's this early. About 5 minutes before we got ready to go, I've got like a countdown ticker up on my screen saying here, like, 5 minutes to showtime, 8 minutes to showtime, whatever it is. And it's still saying it doesn't start the ticker down until the last half hour before the show. And it's still saying show at 6 a.m. I'm like, what the fuck? And it's like, oh, it's like 5 to 5. Okay, yeah, the 5 a.m. show, 5 a.m. show this morning. So I hope everybody's a little bit more on the ball than I am first thing on a Monday. Got the lucky Iron Maiden going. I'm smoking on some grape diamonds. Now, we're just about at the grape diamonds end here. That's what we've got left in that jar. And I thought I was doing a preservation smoke this morning. And I thought I was rolling some fluff head out of this jar. We're getting low. We've got another one of these jars full of that back in the upstairs area there. But I didn't want to smoke my grape diamonds yet. And so I was going to smoke some fluff head. And you know how it is. You ever go to grab your jar of weed, and you want to roll up a joint, and you're thinking it's, well, in this case, I thought it was fluff head. And you pull some nugs out, not really thinking about it, you start busting apart. And you're like, that doesn't fucking smell like so-and-so strain, and fluff head in my case, and awfully fruity and great bubblegummy. And look at the lid on the jar, sure enough, grape diamonds, boom. So that's what we're up today. We don't know what the fuck's going on. Jumping in here right off the bat, I see Benny Ben's in there, a Nova, small tubes, great to see you, noob, always great to see you. Donkey Kong's in there, W Digger, Dr. LeBay, always great to see you. G-Bay's even in there first thing in the morning. Look at him all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. I bet he has coffee in him. Yes, he does. So I'm getting close to clone cutting time. We'll just go into a little bit of garden talk. I don't got a lot of time today. It'll probably be about 20-25 minute-ish show. But the Strawberry Glue by Pinky Promises, those are coming along good. They were kind of looking a little bit rough there because I was dunking and spraying the shit out of them, trying to get rid of those thrips and a lot of dead dying leaves and stuff like that, to the point where like the oil from the pesticide was soaking right into the leaf tissue, and where it was like translucent, you could see through the leaves. And so I'd fucked shit up. Now things are starting to come back, and you're wheedling out all of the weaker plants that couldn't make it. Like those, so the bigger Strawberry Glue Pinky Promises, those will get flipped probably not this coming weekend, the following. I was kind of the bipolarness of am I going to do this today? Am I going to do this tomorrow? It's strong with this one. I was thinking about cutting clones yesterday or this weekend. This last weekend we just had, and then I was like, no, I'm going to give it a little bit more time, because I did another mass big defoliation on those plants, sprayed the shit out of them. I got my big spray bottle that's about a liter, maybe a liter and a half of water it'll hold. And in that, I'll put like a tablespoon of 99% isopropyl and a tablespoon of 29% peroxide, and just fucking straight napalm those guys. And I've been spraying those fuckers about once a day for the last couple of days. Now, one thing I've noticed is I've been trying to do the organics, and as soon as you start spraying pesticides and shit, you kind of lose the right to that claim. It is what it is. I'm doing what I can to get my plants through till the next stages in bloom, so I can have my meds. So I figure, since I've already kind of lost the right to claim that I am doing 100% organic gardening here, I've decided, I was looking like my leaf colors are starting to fade. They're getting a little bit deficient, and you're like, for fuck's sakes, and you're top dressing and you're trying to do stuff, and you're worried about spraying with more microbials, because I know I'm just going to be going back in there either later that day or the next day and spraying that and killing off whatever the fuck I just sprayed on there. And it's all like, what do you do? What do you do? What do you do? Kind of thing. So I was going through my bin of nutrients that I have, oftentimes sitting right behind me. And my old hydroponic line that I used to use, it's a great lineup. I got nothing against it. I just wanted to make the switch to go to living soil and organics. I got a bunch of bottles of the veg bloom and flower, or veg grow flower. Is that how? I don't know. You know, the 3-part bottles that we all see, the green, purple, and the pink. And I started putting some of that into my foliar feed that I'm giving these plants, and it's fucking awesome. You're starting to see them turn around, respond a little bit better. So while I am still constantly spraying the living shit out of them with man-made, homemade pesticide of sorts, like right now, I'm just down to the peroxide and the alcohol. Shout out to Fluff, was telling me I should probably check out some Castile soaps. I think Castile. I am not sure how you pronounce it. I've never used them, but he said you should also grab a few of those to throw in there. Now, I've not got my hands on that stuff, but I still got bugs that need to be dealt with now. So that's the whole plan on there. I think, come on, baby, stoke that fire. I think I forgot what I was just going to say. Let's get it. Let's think here. So we're whittling down the populations of like the catahoulas. Everything I have small. The catahoulas are in, they look like they're about 1 to 2 gallon grow bags. Shout out to Sniff. He set those up about a year ago. And I've been sitting on them ever since, waiting for the excuse to use them. And well, here we are. We're finally got the excuse to use them. So we're brain fart is right, G-Bay. But we're used to those around here. So the catahoulas are all in the grow bags, and we're liking how those things work. It's nice, easy. Just fill them up, the plastic bag with dirt and castration soaps. Thank you, noob. I knew I was getting it wrong. I was like so close to having her. Fucking assholes, derailing me. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. Thanks a lot, guys. It's yeah, hell of a group we got here. We'll just sit here and ramble and babble on. So it's just like any other show, is what I'm guessing getting at. All right, I've been completely derailed on here as per usual. I think that signifies we need to get a dab down. We haven't hit one of those yet. So we're going to give a shout out to Buds of Smoking here. We've done some updating artwork on that. Damn frogs. Ass O'Doom. Loving it. Vinegar and soap, eh, Diego? Thank you. I've not heard that one, and I'm more than willing to try it. I'll absolutely give that one a shot and see what happens there. Susan Burns, good morning. Great to see you. So last Tuesday, we had what, in my opinion, is like hands down, without question, the biggest episode that we've had as a show, a podcast, or whatever. And we had Dr. Elaine Ingham come on now for that one. So let's just take a quick.
The nutrient concentration in bacteria is way higher than any other organism on this planet. Nothing can beat bacteria for the storage capacity of all the nutrients that your plant's going to need, or that you're going to need. So Mother Nature has kept those bacteria around for 4 billion years. They have to be doing something, or Mother Nature would have kind of let them go and they wouldn't be present amongst us. How about fungi? 3.5 billion years that fungi have existed. I am Dr. Elaine Ingham. I started out as a soil microbiologist, and I've really turned into a soil ecologist, if you will. But of course, my focus is on the organisms that live in the soil, looking at what the soil food web is, what the soil food web does, is really where I want to go today. The processes in soil, and that's important to recognize that we're talking about soil. The processes in soil are done by the microorganisms for the most part. All the critically important things that are supposed to happen in soil happen because the biology is present.
All right, so that is a promo video that I patched together and actually got that done about 2 weeks before we were lucky enough to have Dr. Elaine on. Now, I don't know if they've ever seen our show beforehand. I suspect when I reached out to them at the time that they'd never heard of us. Totally get it. We're a small channel. Not many people do know about us. But the fucking motherfuckers that do know about us, there's some down-ass motherfuckers. We love y'all. Thank you for your support. See y'all lining up in here already. But if so, I kind of wonder. So I asked if we were allowed to use audio, video clips from YouTube, their logos and stuff like that to put together some sort of promotional video, because this was a big deal for us. This was a huge fucking deal, Dr. Elaine, for us. And we wanted to try and gangster it up and promo the shit out of that. And so I sent that in there, and the day after Dr. Elaine was on the show, I get an email back saying, "Oh yeah, promo video is good to go. Use the shit out of it." I'm just like, son of so it's cool that we are okay. We're good to use it a little bit late, but one thing I've thought about it is that Dr. Elaine episode. She showed up at about an hour and 11 minutes in, an hour and 12 minutes, somewhere around there. And up until that point, it was actually a good show. You had a bunch of people that were excited to talk organic gardening, living soil, all that stuff with Dr. Elaine. And I think it showed. I've gone back and watched it. It's great. Now, the problem is, anybody that doesn't know us, that were to click on that is, they're going to go looking for Dr. Elaine, and they're not going to see Dr. Elaine there right off the bat. They might fast forward 15 minutes, still know Dr. Elaine, 20, half hour, an hour, still know Dr. Elaine. What the fuck? So what I'm thinking about doing, I'm going to do it. It's just a matter of getting around to doing it. Is I've already downloaded that episode into the computer, and I'm going to cut out the first hour and 11 minutes or whatever where we're talking, and then so we can just get that right. The 2 hours, I think we had her for just over an hour and a half, just under an hour, or 2.5 hours, two and something. Blah, 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 blah. It's early. Come on, I can't talk. You know how it is. We're just getting the morning coffees on. Anyway, so we can just have that released as is with Dr. Elaine. We may re-release the kind of the pre-Dr. Elaine part of the show as well as a bit of a standalone, may not. But I think it's cool because when I think about it, all of our videos just about get flagged. And I said this yesterday morning during the Wake and Bake show that by last night, so it'd be by tonight, meaning yesterday as night, that we would be having, I'd have a notification saying yesterday morning show has been flagged and been restricted because it's bad language content or whatever. We did not get one of those for Dr. Elaine's episode. I had that kind of epiphany a few days ago, and I went back and looked, and no, there's no kind of hits or anything like that on there. And I think what it is because we think like Tuesday night toke. Okay, so you're talking about cannabis in there, and shit like that. Friday night shit show, Sunday morning wake and bake. I think titling could have a fair bit to do with that, whereas that episode with Dr. Elaine was just a living soil discussion with Dr. Elaine. No hits on that. So, that's one of my reasons for thinking about going back and editing that one and have fun with it. It's just, honestly, I just don't want that episode to be done and over with so fast. Like, it was a good one. I've rewatched it twice. I don't watch our episodes anymore. When we first started the podcast, I used to rewatch every episode at least once. up until probably about our 35, 40, somewhere around there. Because I found like I'd be all nervous as fuck, and I would say something that I thought was fucking completely idiotic, and I'm like, oh my god, and I'm having anxiety about it. And you go back and watch it, and you realize that. And oftentimes I've got the habit for calling attention to something stupid I've done on screen, as y'all have seen by now. And then I realize when I rewatch, it's like, well, fuck, if you didn't call attention to whatever you were worried about, I don't think anybody would have even fucking noticed. And I kind of had that thought, so I stopped rewatching. But now, every once in a while, you get a good one like that where you're just like, damn, Dr. Elaine was awesome. Like you said, you're just, we're not worthy all day long. But unfortunately, I got to go to work. So let's do that. That's funny as hell. Yeah. Yeah. Imagine the soil child that could come from those two. So, as I was kind of saying before I squirreled off on that one, in the garden, all my solo cups and stuff like that, they're getting real close to the up plant, the 1 gallons and all that stuff. And you see how we're doing. Excited for the Pinky Promise Strawberry Glue Cross clones this week to next week, somewhere around there. Just depends on what the week looks like. Beyond excited to be running all new gear. This is the first time in quite a while we've had. We don't know what to expect from anything we have. I got rid of my grape diamonds, which that literally is the last of it. Even I had a few feminized seeds left over, and I sent those out to a guy that completely fucking ghosted on me. It's kind of funny how people do that sometimes. They'll show up in your DMs or text messaging and stuff like that. And they're just all about it. They're hitting you up every day or multiple times daily and everything, and you have a really good conversation. And it's like, okay, dude, being sent. Never hear from them again. It's like, okay, I got you. That's okay. But the flip side to that is, I already know what grape diamonds is. I love it. It's fucking phenomenal stuff. Digging it. Now, brother Noob Grozo, he sent me some Planet of the Apes feminized beans, which is grape diamonds with, I want to say, I-95 chem. It's a chem cross in there. And I'm like, motherfucking grape diamonds and chem. Now that's really right up my alley. So that'll be something that we get to here sooner than later. Stony motherfucking Rockefeller, Skunky Glassworks. Cheers, guys. So anybody that's in our Booth Crew Discord, you may have noticed there is a new channel on there. It was called the radio station for a bit. I think I got it listed as Dirt Whore Radio. It was top secret for a while there yesterday. What we are working on is working towards bringing you music channels, music shows throughout the course of the week. We don't know exactly what this looks like yet. There's a lot to work out. So last night, I went into my Spotify playlist and fucking just hit shuffle and then hit the screen share in that room. You can go in there, you can listen to music. You're not allowed to talk in there. Only people with certain permissions are able to talk and shit like that. You got the texting is you're more than able to do that. But the whole point of it is basically, I like my music. A lot of us love our music, and I want to be able to go in there and just listen to the fucking music I want to play. And if y'all want to join me and listen along, please come. You're more than welcome. I was talking about this a bit yesterday after yesterday's morning show, and like G-Bay sounds like he's right in on that. He would love to do a bit of a disc jockey DJ slot every once in a while. So over the course of the next few weeks, I think we're going to start looking at maybe hammering out some sort of schedules where a few times a week, if y'all want to just jump in and listen to some music, we're going to have that option in there. It might be a dead channel for the rest of the time when it's not being in use. Because as I found out, like, yeah, I can screen share my Spotify through there and leave that playing all day long. But as soon as I want to go and use my Discord, I have got to get out of there and start jumping. And when you jump into the rooms and stuff, so it's not a perfect system. My computer has to be running all the times. We've talked about bots and stuff like that, and we're just seeing what we have in there for logistics. But I think it's some really cool idea there. New music. You're always looking for something fucking different. We got enough personalities around here listening to different stuff that I think in theory it's a really cool idea. Gonna have a lot of fun with that one. I've already got my first playlist ready. What I'm looking at in my mind, the way I have it, I'll just put together a playlist on Spotify of about an hour long. Just pick whatever songs I feel like I'm going to listen to that day. And then we just go into the Discord and we fucking rock the fuck out. If I got a story to tell about the song, I can hit pause on the playlist, do a bit of a monologue or whatever. Or I can just say fuck it and just hit play, rock out, not say shit, and let you guys jam with me. We've got options here, I guess is what I'm saying. Hey, Dad Frog. DJ G Bizzle is right. I just think it's going to be a great time. That's one of those ones where I was asking on the show quite a while back now. I think it was like, I know Bob Marley when it comes to reggae. I like Bob Marley, probably not the typical songs that you'd expect me to like, all the main, more better known ones. But outside of that, I don't know a lot of reggae, and a lot of it's just noise that doesn't do anything for me. But if Bob Marley's fucking amazing, there's got to be a lot of other amazing stuff out there that I just haven't found yet. So having a guy like G-Bay that's into that kind of shit, doing a radio show once, twice, however fucking frequency he wants it every week, would be fucking cool. Just, yeah, on the surface, I love it. I love it. Starting to ramble pretty hard here. I don't have a lot more left to go here. It's just a bunch of unfocused thoughts and rambles today, I guess. And that's okay. Yeah, before I stonewall myself hard, I'm just gonna peace the fuck out. Oh, I see we got Johnny in here. Great to see you, my man. Okay. I've done it. Let's get the fuck out of here. Panic mode. Actually, you know what? No. One more thing before we do get out of here. I want to say hi to our Patreon supporters. They deserve a shout out. So let's say hi to all of them in their beautiful, amazing glory. So right off at the top with the newest, the latest, greatest, so to speak, we got Blue Kiss Gardens. Thank you so much for your support, Blue Kiss. Then after that, we've got 2 Cents. We've got Little E-Bud. We've got Kingfisher. We've got Hooley. We've got High and Tight. Day Neutral Preserves. 311 Mixed Up. New Grows. Ziggy's Garden. South Nelson Farms. Astro Charlie. G-Bay Genetics. G-Bay. DJ G Bizzle Genetics. Lobster Bush Bro. Great songwriter himself. We got Chef Paula the Great, BC Stoner Mom, Crazy Pop Mom, Raider Dang Vader, and Hypathetical Genetics. Thanks a lot, guys, for your support. It really does mean the world to us. I'm just, that's not what I'm looking for. I've got all these different files here. I'm going to let you out here with a little, no, sorry, get caught on the chat there. Anyways, I'm going to let you rock and roll on the way out of here. My apologies to Blue Kiss. I have not got your name thrown into the hardcore support in here yet, but we do love you. We know you're there, and I'll get that done before Tuesday. Y'all have a great week. We'll see y'all around.
Take me down to the graveyard. coffin, and I dug myself a hole.